Welcome to Hall and Estates and Succession Planning, a series of podcasts hosted by Ian Hall and Susanna Popovic-Montag. The podcast you are listening to will provide information and insights into estate planning in Canada. From the offices of Hull & Hull in Toronto, here are Ian and Susanna.
Hi, and welcome to Hull & Estate and Succession Planning. You're listening to episode 192 of our podcast on Tuesday, January 26th, 2010.
Hi, Susanna.
Hi there, Ian. How are you today?
I'm well, thanks. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
We're back from a prolonged break as a result of personal circumstances, and that's the beauty of the podcast world. There's forgiveness in the world of social media.
Got our fingers crossed anyways.
We've been swamped with a couple of matters that required far more attention than we had time for. So we're back, and we want to talk about a couple of things, but first of all, we want to talk a little bit about our Last Breakfast series, which Hull & Hull Breakfast series, which we have 3 times a year. We have our next one in June. We'll be posting the date and the details shortly. But it was an excellent breakfast. I gave opportunity. We had a different format this time. Paul Trudell co-chaired it. We had Jordan Ayton and Ann Worker helping participate with a question and answer format. Really went well. I saw the video of it. We're going to hopefully, once we get the video finally cut, we're going to have that on the webpage.
That's right.
So that was a great excitement. And the second thing that we're about to do, and we want to give a little bit of a plug for it because it's imminent, literally within hopefully weeks away, is our new webpage.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what we've been thinking about that?
Well, we've taken on a little bit of a new look to sort of keep up with the times, as we tend to try to do whenever we can when it comes to social media and our presence. And so we've made some improvements, and of course we look forward to hearing any feedback that people may have when they go to view our new webpage.
Well, I think you're understating it, as usual. It's phenomenal. The new page is going to be incredible. It's going to allow a lot different interaction. We've organized the format to allow for what we think is a massive amount of content, and we want to make sure that people can still use that content. It's almost at the early stages when we started this web page was, can we get enough on the page? And now we're at the point where it is trying to access that information in an efficient way. And we have spent a lot of time and worked a lot very closely with our new partner in the venture, Carswells. And they have been a big help in refocusing our content position. Not that you're going to look at the page and say that it is wildly different, but what it is, it's going to allow people to get to the source of the information a lot easier.
Yeah, sort of managing the content more than anything, I think, but and it helps that it's sort of packaged a little differently as well.
Oh, we can't go to all this trouble and look exactly the same.
That's right.
So we're really excited about that, and we're in the finishing touches. We've refined some of the video format too, so it's coming out a little better quality. Not that the quality wasn't great before, but the nice thing about technology is that when it's advancing, you take advantage of the advancements, so to speak. So those are the 2 recent developments, and we're still at our firm thinking a lot about and living with the passing of my father.
Yes.
And on December 5th, and we've got a nice link to him and his legacy in part on the webpage. But so the last how many podcasts we've missed, 4 or 5 podcasts we've missed, it wasn't like we were standing on our hands.
That's for sure.
We've been busy, and we're looking forward to branching out into these new aspects of it. The other part of it is that I personally went, you were a little better than me, but we went a little quiet on our Twitter posts, but we're back at that, starting today. Now that we've climbed out of our professional busyness, we're going to be back to Twittering, and we look forward to anybody who's interested to join into the Twitter group. I know that I spend a lot of time watching some of my favorite Twitterers. Tim Ferriss from the 4-Hour Workweek is one of my favorites. And Mitch Joel from 6 Pickles, I like that, 6 Pixels of Separation. And then, of course, Terry Follis as well from Insight PR. So we don't shy away from that. It's just that we'd fallen into a bit of a busyness, and it's not an excuse. I think that's the life of social media.
Well, I've also actually, that you mentioned that, noticed a big increase in the number of people who are communicating with them through LinkedIn, which is sort of one of our newest ventures, our newest platforms where we've joined. And it's great because you're drawing a real cross-section of professionals who've got an allied interest in what it is that we do. And so it's kind of neat to be part of that as well.
Absolutely. And we have a lot to thank with Amy Cochran of our office, because she's the one who's keeping us honest on some of the new ventures we're going down. Not that LinkedIn is that new, but we're, as a firm, trying to use it much more efficiently, and also helping to disseminate some of the podcasts and blogs through that different venue as well. So we're excited about it. This is a bit of a capture the moment recap podcast today. We wanted to welcome everyone back and apologize, but we'll stop apologizing and we'll get back to the content. And I know that our next podcast we're going to focus back on some of the power of attorney disputes, but also some of the good and not so good parts of it, and also some of the non-contentious aspects of guardianship in our next podcast, which will be more focused on the legal text and the legal basis for which we'd like to discuss these issues in. So thank you again, welcome back, and thank you for those of you and your patience for us during this difficult and busy time.
Yes, thank you very much.
You have been listening to Hall & Estates and Succession Planning by Ian Hall and Susanna Popovic-Montag. The podcast that you've been listening to has been provided as an information service. It is a summary of current issues in estates and estate planning. It is not legal advice, and you're reminded to always speak with a legal professional regarding your specific circumstance. To listen to other Hull & Hall podcasts or leave any questions or comments, please visit our website at hullestatemediation.com.